Is it okay if I give you a quick introduction?
Please do.
Okay, awesome.
I love it. No, I'm kidding.
Awesome. Our speaker tonight is a visionary spiritual leader.
Squeaky.
And squeaky. An author and transformational guide specializing in the angelic intelligence and the power of the divine alignment. She is the founder of the Angelic Academy and the creator of the Halo Method. She is also the host of Awakening Angels podcast and the creator of the Order of Monarch Oracle deck, set to release in 2025. I have questions about that.
Yeah, later.
Okay. She considers herself, she is an angelic light, living the source. She is also known affectionately as the Hug Angel.
I am.
Please welcome Stephanie Lodge.
Thank you, everybody, for having me. I'm so grateful. Thank you. I just want to check my time. How much time do I have? Because I go quantum and I will lose 25. Okay, gracias. All right. So I'm Reverend Stephanie Lodge. I am a metaphysical scientist, and I'm going to start with my story of how I got into this, because it didn't start with angels. I sold private jets. I worked in hedge funds. I worked in entertainment and tech and all sorts of really ego-driven elements. And nothing really satisfied me. I started my own company, and during that time, I was a concierge for conscious living, and I went down to Santa Monica to interview, I guess you would say, or try out a session called quantum biofeedback. And while I was in the room, this woman who was there, and she says, I know this isn't why you came in, but there are 3 archangels standing in the room, and I'm compelled to tell you that they have a message for you. Are you open to that? Are you going to say no? No, you're not going to say no. So I said, sure. She said, okay, well, Archangel Michael's here, and he's telling me you are one of his girls. And my answer was, does he have a harem? How does this work? And she said, no. She said, you work with them, and you're going to be working with them more so, and they want you to prepare, but you're not ready yet. I said, clearly. And so we went on a journey for the next 3 years, these angels and I, and they were stalking me basically night and day, every night, waking me up at 3 in the morning. My then fiance, then husband, now husband, went through that journey with me. And all I'm going to say is it was intense. I don't think a lot of people know how intense it can be to go through these types of spiritual awakenings when you're 6'2". You're already kind of the black sheep of the family in some ways, just because you're taller than everybody and everyone's looking at you like you're from another planet. And now I'm supposed to tell them, oh, by the way, angels speak to me and through me. And they're supposed to somehow accept me. And that's not, easy. So then this was around 33 when this happened. Yeah, I know. Weird Christ number, but whatever. And then 44 rolled around. And Michael came in one day. And at this point, we've gone way back, right? And so he says, you know that time you fell off the cliff at 5 years old at summer camp? I went, oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Well, I kind of popped in your body so you wouldn't die, so you would stay in the game, and that's why you're so connected to me. And so it finally dawned on me why I was one of his girls. And during that experience, what was really interesting when I kind of rewinded in the mind as if it was yesterday, I went to the summer, well, let me explain how it happened. I walked up one of these, trails. I'm following behind everybody because that's what I like to do. And I'm looking at the butterflies and all the things. And there was this grass growing on the side of the hill, right? So imagine you're going up Runyon Canyon. You have this big mountain on one side and a cliff down the other. Well, I didn't know that when that grass that looked really level wasn't like lawn. And I just walked right onto it because I wanted to touch the grass, like Russell Crowe in Gladiator. I'm like, oh, let's go try to touch the grass. And it just dropped. And I went flying. And I had a big goose egg. And I popped up like I was in a video game. I remember this. And I walked over to the camp counselor, and I just stood there. And I was probably in shock. But this little girl came up. She said, oh, my God, that was me. I would be crying. And I looked at her, and I remember this vividly in my consciousness. Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do? Okay. And I start bawling. That was because Michael was in my system at that time and didn't know how to be human. And I didn't know this, but I remember this, right? And then about 6 weeks, maybe a couple months later, I don't remember exactly, I'm 5, I don't track time. I remember leaving my bedroom, and there's a big block of non-memory, but then I came back. I stopped in the hall and I went, oh, my name is Stephanie, my mom's Suzanne, my dad's Aria, okay. And it was like I popped back in. So for a period of time, I was what you would call an angelic walk-in. And because of that experience, it gave me a very specific signature to my soul, so that now I am an angelic light stream. That means I stream on demand at any time, any moment, the entire bandwidth of Source God. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously, and I try to have a sense of humor about it, as you can tell also, because angels want us to keep it light. Okay, so that's my story a little bit, so you have an idea of why I have a connection to angels that is a little bit different than the standard person who channels angels. I mean, because there's a lot of people who can say they channel angels, and that's fine, and we're all good. Everyone's doing their thing. I just want to prepare you, because when I bring angels through, it is a frequency. It is seraphim, Elohim, very high voltage energy that goes through my body. It used to leave me flat on the floor, unable to walk at times because I had no idea what I was doing to regulate it. I had to learn the hard way. So I have gone the shamanic path, and the shamanic path is one who knows by living through it. And so I am a celestial shaman. That's what I do. And I speak about angels, but I most importantly teach people and train people how to activate what I would call your celestial genome, your rainbow body, your essence of angelic light. And I do this in various tools and ways, such as the halo method. I also activate what's called the 72 angels, and these are angelic frequencies as well. I think of them like keys. So there's, like an app for that, there's a key for that, right? You have an attorney you need to go talk to, there's a key for that. You have a back pain, there's a key for that, right? And a litany of other things. But when you have these kind of, I'm going to use techie terms now, installed, they serve as kind of a Norton antivirus for your soul. So you don't get barraged with a lot of frequency distortion, which is out there everywhere right now because everyone's losing their minds. And they're losing their minds because they need to get into their hearts now. And if they don't get into their hearts pretty soon, it's going to get really uncomfortable for them. So I'm here to support people in really feeling comfortable going here, because here can be very scary for a lot of people, especially if you've had trauma. But I can tell you that what I know is Yeshua was one of my family members of light in the sense of teaching me how to converse and regulate and work as a human with angels. So was Magdalene, the invisible Christess that got erased from history. She is coming back, in case anyone wants to know, into the forefront of our minds to balance and create more of a sovereign union within this world, because she has been far too long ignored. And the Christess, as I see it, is an energy that is rising now. This is why women are tearing off, their veils in the Middle East and doing things to try to attempt to claim their power back, because it is time to come into harmony. It is time to come into peace between this duality, of masculine, feminine. So when we align to angels, what's the beauty of that? The beauty of that is we're genderless. We go into pure light. We go into the essence of our soul. You recognize the truth of who you are as an eternal, immortal being that never dies, that it only transforms. And I'm going to say I'm a little of a nerd because I was skeptical. I had to get Kirlian photography of me, and I do all these things, and I have these angel afros, I call them, these rainbow, I can show you on my phone. It's rainbow light over my head. Eventually it went all white, because it's a process of evolution. You don't go from 0 to hero, you're not going to go to the gym and lift 400 pounds. You're going to go, 5 to 10, 20, and work your way up. Same thing when you're working your light. It takes consistency. These gatherings are beautiful because you come together and there's entrainment, there's energetic, I'm watching all this energetic exchange, all these light bulb moments going off. I'm seeing all this data going back and forth, I got this, you got that, yeah, let's swap. On another level, Because what most people don't realize is they are networked. You have a network you're always working with. You have angels, you have ascended masters, you have spirit guides, you have ancestors, you have all of these beings. And many of you know this. I'm not telling you something you don't know. So this is like a big party in this room. Even though there might not be that many people, there's a lot of beings, right? Okay, so now that we've covered the basics, I'm very much about experiences, giving people experiences of things. I can talk forever because that's what angels like to do, so I'm going to tell them, no, we're going to go into experience now. I want to also explain to you how I work as a light stream. It's a little different than a channel, though I do that as well. When I'm streaming right now, I'm streaming, but it's almost like there's a mic above me, and there's a lot of beings like going, I want to say something, I want to say something. And I'm going, okay, you can get on the mic, you know. And there's this whole thing going on another level. But when I go into channel, we're going to drop into a different frequency. And you're going to feel energy come in, and there's a very palpable kind of moment that happens where you're going to go, whoa, this is happening. So I want to like prepare you for that, right? Okay, thank you. So the first thing I'm going to share with you, though, is a tool that I would love to introduce you all to before we drop into that. They're saying this will help. This is called your halo, okay? Halo, interestingly, I don't know why this is the case, but my team always talks in acronyms, and you'll find this is the case with many spiritual people that teach like I do. HALO stands for there's two different acronyms that kind of define it. The first one is Holographic Assembled Light Organization. This is, I want you to visualize like a big giant disco ball, crystalline disco ball around you, okay? And it's just this beautiful sphere of light. It's different than a bubble of light. I know so many people like, see a bubble of light. Bubbles can pop, boys and girls. We want something a little more secure, okay? So your halo is a little bit more solid in plasma frequency, okay? I want you to visualize it. I've literally captured these on film, so these are real for anyone skeptical out there. But anyway, so it's a crystalline light bubble around you. We'll go with bubble for a minute. And what it does is harmonically aligns and light optimizes you. Because every single moment of every single day, your nervous system, your cells, the issues in the tissues, everything's communicating. The organs are playing their tones. You know, everything's going into resonance. You're going to have a different experience of your reality based on that. So your halo is a way to interface, to kind of exchange information between all that you are physically and all that you are spiritually. And that's a lot. So what I've done is essentially set up a system so that you can say, halo, activate, activate, halo. So everybody try this. Halo, activate, activate, halo, and close your eyes and feel into the energy around you. And if you don't feel anything, you're welcome to stand up and you will feel it. And so as this is activating, we're going to plug you in, and what I want you to repeat in your mind only is fine or aloud. Halo, connect me to the ultimate creator of my soul. And I want you to feel what that feels like, and that's going to usually feel like an energy coming down from the crown into your body. This is the only authority. You can call it God, you can call it universe, you can call it source. I like to get specific. The ultimate creator of my soul means this is the one that loves me unconditionally in every possible way. And as you're feeling into that energy, I'm going to speak on behalf of some of the beings in this room that are here to remind you who you are. They are your ancestors. Kuranda sharete haratana sukoro tararina haretana moshokona sate. And what that means is your heart is opening. Your heart is opening to the ultimate family that you are, that is here with you now. Feel them around you. They're supporting you. They love you. Even if you don't know their names, they know yours. And they are with you always. Even in those moments where you feel completely alone, they are with you, and they've always been with you. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. And just allow your body to relax. And Yeshua is here, and Yeshua would like to come in and share some knowledge, some wisdom with you. He's one of my favorites. Radiant brothers and sisters of light, I am Yeshua. We are the chrysalis. And what is this? This is a unified field around your planet at this time that holds the Christ consciousness in perfection. It is what is birthing your new world. It is available to you at any time. And I'm here simply to be an emissary in this moment. There are many emissaries. But I am grateful to be with you here today through my sister Stephanie. I am grateful to be here because it is time to recognize the Christus. For without both, there is disharmony. And this planet, through many empires, from Roman to Greek, to Genghis Khan, and all the others, have been very masculine dominated. And I'm here to remind you that there is a mother tone to this world. There is an earthly mother. It is not only about the Heavenly Father. They are in union always. They were in union within me as peace. And you are being asked to step into a greater level of peace of who you are, so that there may be peace in this world, because without you, each and every one of you as a thread within the fabric of life, the planet will be in disorder. So each and every one of you is here to ring the tone, the resonance, the field of vibration everywhere you go. Every person you see is an opportunity to see the face of God and Goddess as one. When I was here, my job was not simply to be a messenger, an emissary of peace. It was to be a disruptor. And all of you are responsible as well to be disruptors in your own way. You are here to change the story. The narratives of the ancient ones, the narratives of this, and the stories of the old are appropriate to review, but they are also appropriate to let go in time so that you can build new. You are here to build a new world. You are not here to carry your baggage from the old into the new one. You are here to let things go now. And what do I mean by let it go? I mean, let it go from your cells. Let it go from your mind, your heart, your ego, the need to be right, the need to prove to others that you know the way. Just be it. Be the love, be the peace. They will figure it out. I would like to invite what many of you may already know and some of you not. My beloved forward, her name was Magdalene. Magdalene was a tower, a force, a principle, and an emissary. And it is time to reveal that. It is beyond time, truly. Thank you. Oh, the beauty in this room, thank you for having me. I am the Magdalene, I am Miriam, and I am grateful. For gratitude is the assemblage point where all is created. You call it the 0 point, do you not? It is a beautiful space where all can be created. And I am grateful for each and every one of you for hearing me now. For I bring forward a sonic vibration. I bring forward love through my heart, through my essence. And it sings out through every cell of your being and beyond.
Corajare halam kanai Allah koaliu kanai andarahaye araye arandu
As you breathe, you are breathing in Seraphim and Elohim. In this room now, they are invoked here to be with you, to purify your soul from all that you are willing to let go of today. There is an integration here. And there is a new stargate within the Middle East that we would like to share, the Lyran Stargate of the Chrysalis. And this is on Mount Damavand. It was installed yesterday. And it is to move the needle off the Syrian frequency to some degree, because the Syrian frequency is very serious. But the Syrian frequency is of the old tones. And we are inviting in the new, are we not? And therefore things get changed. And humans usually don't like change, but I am here to say change is good, beloveds. It is welcome, it is present, it is in you already. Every cell is changing all the time. And this world is requiring more change. And sound heals, and it blesses, and it transforms. And so hum. And your vagus nerve will begin to transform you. And feel the resonance in your body and your bones and your heart. And placing your hands on your heart, putting light into your vehicle, and know that you are the infinite wellspring. You are the source of your own supply of all that is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are here now. We are unified. There is a sovereign union, an initiation here, if you will, of a remembrance that there were always two and then more. Thank you for having me. I am Miriam. We are Magdalene, and we will leave Stephanie to explain the rest. Thank you. always grateful when they come through and honored. So, with the time I have remaining, I want to share about celestial coherence and what my mission is on this planet while I'm here, and the legacy of light I intend to leave before I go. Yeshua taught me about how to work with the angels, as did Magdalene, and it was through the Essene Gospel of Peace that I was introduced to them. And eventually the 72 angels came in, and that led to a whole litany of activations, and we did a 72-day journey back in 2020 during COVID because we had the time. And that was insane, because that was a celestial shamanic journey for 72 days straight. Talk about a challenge. And then the Angelhood was born, and the Angelhood became a container, which you're all welcome to be in because it's free to join, but it's basically a container of very high vibration because Facebook wasn't cutting it. Facebook felt toxic, I'll be honest. It was so much warfare of consciousness, and I went, okay, someone's got to find a place of peace. And I didn't want to go through that doorway anymore, so we created the Angelhood, and that's grown, small, organic, members inviting members. But what I'm finding really beautiful now is we are doing grid activations for the planet. We just did something called the Diamond Earth Gates, 12 gates over the past 12 months, and now we're doing the Crystallis Star Gates. And these are creating a coherent field with what you would call the halo of the planet, or the Crystallis. And this is different than 5D, okay? How many of you know about 3D to 5D? Have you heard this concept? And I'm going to tell you this. It's a psyop in the sense that 5D is a limitation. This is way more than 5 people. We are going multi-D. You are already multi-D, okay? So I'm here to usher in a coherence between many people from many nations through what I call this halo field, right? And I created an app called Celestials so that everybody can be in a coherent field on a consistent basis. Because my angel said, you know, it's great when you guys get together for special occasions, but how much better would it be if you all consistently did some practice every day and created a consistent harmonic field every day, and not just on Sundays or whatever, you know? And I went, okay, so what do you want me to do? And of course, downloads came. And so that's what we did. And we created the Celestials app. And it's basically a 5-day journey with each key. So you're really embodying and integrating, because a lot of times there will be people out there that will activate you and send you on your way. And you go home and you're like, what do I do with this? And especially when there's groups of 2,000 people in a room, or 200 or whatever, huge groups. I see like breath work, and I'm like, that's insane to me, because there's a lot of data exchange. People data dump their trauma, and other people pick it up like a Swiffer duster and go home with it. And they're like, I didn't ask for this. So I'm going to give you an idea that every time you go into group yoga, meditations, or anything, halo up. Okay, this is your domain. This is your sovereign state. This is what you are responsible for, and everything. There's like a bouncer at the door, right? You can say, halo, shield up. You can give it directives like Siri or Alexa. I set it up really fun, so we will use it because your inner child wants to use things that are fun, and it's going to rebel if it doesn't get to have some fun in this spiritual thing, right? So just know, I want to say this. You can get your Halo method. You can learn get a PDF. You'll get instructions, all for free inside the Angelhood. And so see me after, or see Dean, or whoever needs to tell you. But this is my gift to you guys, because I'm really, and gals, I'm really interested in opening up this concept of angels more than wings and halos. We are the resonance of that. We can embody that. So I'm all about angelic embodiment, getting your genome activated that is angelic, because you have an angelic genome. That junk DNA they talk about, angelic. And I'm very much about sacred science. So if you think I'm just spiritual, I also lean into the biohacking, and I kind of curate and edify things that I feel are really beneficial for your body, because this is what I'm also going to tell you. In order to ascend in frequency, your body's in charge of that. It's not your mind. Not even your heart, not even your soul. Your body's going to decide. And if your body's getting junk food, and your body's eating too much crap, and you're not moving it, and it's not loving itself, and you're not loving it, or any of that, that's going to cause friction when that light comes in. You want to get really high cellular voltage, and I'm going to be honest with you, the way our food supply is, it doesn't really get you there, so you have to do a little bit more than normal. I'm going to just be honest. Magdalene's all about, by the way, she's incapable of BS. A little like Regina Hill in Jerry Maguire when she says, I'm pregnant and I'm incapable of BS. Anyway, so I want to say this. It is my honor to be here with you. I hope that you felt something through that beyond just the words. And again, it's a taste of what I do. I do this every Wednesday nights in my own Halo group, Diamond Halo group, which you guys are welcome to check out. I'm here essentially just to be an emissary of light. That's what I came in to do, and to remind people of who they are and to remember who they are, that they are so much more than just the human, though the human's beautiful. There is a whole other level that you can tap into. And I don't care if you're stuck in bed, unable to walk, making the excuses that I can't do this, I don't have the energy for this. If you can lay in bed and close your eyes, you can get the work done. Okay? That's the beauty of this work. No excuses, right? As she was saying, just do it, right? So know that you're supported, know that I'm here, know that we got you. Okay? Any questions before I go? Did anyone have questions about angels or anything? I like to say Q and angels time, if we have time. Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
How do I know if the archangels are speaking to me? Like, how do I know if they're calling out to me?
Okay, so this is what you're going to learn in the Halo method. You set a standard of entry. Okay, this is like your personal bouncer, and I'm going to read the statement to you, meaning from the records. I only allow for the highest frequencies of living light, ultimate love, and immaculate grace to remain within my presence now and always. Now, what that does, love, is sets the standard of what you allow for. And therefore, when you set that standard, guess what's going to come in? Only the things that reach or meet that standard. Now, the archangels, when you ask, you can ask archangels. So let's say you guys want to ask Archangel Michael to be with you. Maybe you feel a little bit of a need of a guardian. This is the guardian energy. It's a sapphire blue. Do you see colors ever when you meditate? Okay. So sapphire blue would be Michael's energy. And that's usually what comes through first. Because sapphire blue, I know that's why I'm telling you. So sapphire blue is the energy that's going to help you feel safe in your body, but also safe to connect with the angels. It was the first one that came to me, obviously for a lot of reasons. But that energy, Mikael, 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 please allow me to know your name. And when you say that within yourself, Mikael, 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 please allow me to know your name. That is the key of Michael. Mikael. Ka being the soul, El of God, of source, me, ownership. So when we really realize Michael is us on another level, we are already communicating. We're just acknowledging the communication. It's already there. You're just loading it up like you're opening Word on a computer instead of opening Excel. I want to open Word, I'm talking to Michael, Excel, Raphael, whatever, you know. So just kind of think of it like that. And I say this because she's younger and they know tech, so I'm just going to put it in that wording. But that's the idea. So just trust that you are only able to be supported by love. When we give power to the negative, the fear, we invite it in the door. And so my invitation to you is ignore them. Let them go. Let them pass by. The buffet is closed. Go down the street. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? It's on. It's inside the Angelhood. It's a private live stream. So it's a community that you join, and it's a monthly membership, and you come in, and I do it every Wednesday night. It's about 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, depending if we're doing healing work. I do a lot of healing. So I do something called halonetics. That's my modality. Actually, I channel light as numbers, and we harmonize. So I do all sorts of different things in there. Oracular readings as well for the week, and I'll use cards sometimes to access, because when you have access to all of it, you kind of want to narrow it down, you know? So I'll do that, and just other things that'll come through in a guided meditation as well. TheAngelhood.com. Mm-hmm. And then if you have any questions, you can DM me in there too. I'm reachable there. Yeah. One thing that people, I think, honor me for is my accessibility. I try not to be like off on a hill like a guru. That's not, the age of the guru is over. So I'm really about circles and bringing people together. So yeah, I do. Yeah, but I prefer groups, but one-on-one too. It's more efficient. If I'm going to bring in an entire light stream, it's like a lot on the body. So that's why I do groups. But I do one-on-ones. Absolutely. And I do group sessions too, like 4 people at a time. So it's a little bit shared, But yeah, I can do that too. All right. Anything else? The Angelhood. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like you're all part of the Angelhood now. You're officially part of the Angelhood. It's like a neighborhood, and it's like the Christhood, Buddhahood, Angelhood. Because when we realize we're all energy at the common denominator level, right? We all are that. Then we're one. So thank you. Yeah.
I have another question.
Okay.
What is the significance of the number 72? Like the 72 angels, like that, and that 72-day retreat that you're talking about. Like, what's the significance of that number?
So 72 times 2 is 144. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
Okay. The 72 is a sacred number of 9. It's a completion number. And there were 72 men and 72 women that walked with Yeshua. They were Magdalenes. And I'm going to answer, I think it was Frank's question, of the Order of the Monarch. And the Order of the Monarch is essentially these ascended master beings. Some are known, some are not known, but they're the many faces of us. And they are not kings and queens or anything of that nature. They are ones who came in to volunteer to transform this world. And they come in through many of you. They're fractaled through many people. And they're beings that you've never heard of, you've never known, because they're not in our history books. But what I'm, revealing and bringing forward is something new, because we're going into new. And if we keep repeating the old and keep going back to all the things that are old, we're putting cyanide in the milk.
What?
So I'm just going to offer that as an exploration, to let go of some of the things and the rituals and all the things that we've always go back and we give our authority to, because it's old. And there's more frequency and more energy and more relevance coming off the stream right now, today, that's relevant to where we are now, that will help us and serve us now through channels like myself and others, that should be paid attention to, because oftentimes, it's already passed out, right? The things have already passed out. And so this idea, and I hope you don't mind I'm going over. The thing I'm going to say is, what they're saying to me now is, too many people buy into the maps of consciousness, like scriptures and Bibles and things, and they don't realize it's walking them off a cliff, because they believe in an Armageddon or something of that nature. And the challenge with that is to come away from that. Stop giving your consciousness to that. Your consciousness is the greatest currency. So if you want to give that power, you can. We don't recommend it. And now start to think of something that is everyone's thriving, and think of more the Hopi type of prophecies and things like that. And kind of let go of the ones that were installed by a Roman Empire as an artificial intelligence to enslave and control, and not necessarily empower. And there's a reason for that. So thank you, whoever that. All right, everyone. I think we're good.